Hi Simon, Victoria, or anybody else watching this. This is my last minute application for Sovereign Academy. I only learned about it a few days ago. And I never really applied for anything in life. I have always done my own stuff. I guess the change is today. Thanks for that. And I bet you guys must be watching thousands of videos, so let's make this as short as possible. I kinda need to pee anyways. My name is Jan Kasparek. This is Jamie Dimon. And this beauty is Mother Earth. So we are indeed in an excellent company. I am a full-time artist and I am good at what I do. I sell art worldwide and I pretty much double my sales every year. But this part of the energetic exchange, the monetary part, is becoming insignificant for me because I realized that I'm a step one of a journey to my true potential, which is beyond myself. Life has not always been so peachy for me. I was born in a communist regime, in modest conditions, and I was a troubled teenager. I eventually had to run away from my country and I enlisted in French Foreign Legion. I bet you, Simon, know who these guys are. So I was there for 5 years. I went to overseas missions. It wasn't easy, but it got me finally, it pushed me to look within and look for the source, for the real source of my suffering. After army, I got a job offer in finance, out of all places, go figure why, I don't have any formal education, and eventually ended up on a management post for Microsoft in Dublin. And then I spent some 2 years behind a computer screen before I said fuck it to it all, and I left from day to day and traveled the world, which was calling me big time. I wanted to get lost in the world, to find myself. I traveled a lot, learned new languages and skills, traveled some 100 countries by now, and slowly my pleasure and conquer hunt changed to spiritual quest. I would say my first breakthrough came after Vipassana meditation in India. That was when the shell around my ego cracked and pure love poured from within for the first time in a long time, and it was quite life-changing. Well, I got back home from my travels. I went to a pub in Prague with my buddy. I got drunk and he told me, hey Jan, you should go and check out Vancouver, you'll like it. It seemed like a good idea in the moment, so I went. Fast forward 8 years, I'm Canadian, and this is my studio where I spend every single day working unless I'm traveling. When I moved to Canada, it was hard to get the papers, and I got them through my finance job. And when I lost that job, I finally followed the true calling of my heart, which was to become an artist. And I can tell you right away that any special units military drill is not quite as hard as making a living as an artist. I was homeless at one point, living in my studio, working my hands to the bones, with no washroom, no window, terrible conditions. And still, I didn't sell shit. After 3 years of doing this, I burned all my savings, and that was finally the moment where I sit down and I ask myself the fundamental question. If it meant to be poor and unrecognized, would I still paint? And the answer came straight from my heart. It was a clear yes. But I also realized that my goals to become famous and rich were purely based on my ego. And I started to paint for the first time from a place of wanting to give joy to myself and to others. I got a vision of Buddha in meditation and I put it on canvas. I posted the painting and it sold in 5 minutes, and so did the second one. I kept on channeling this weird stuff, and people were telling me like, hey, just go back to your old style, it was better. like Buddha with penguins. Who cares about it? I ignored everyone and kept on doing what I was doing, and slowly I built my following. Fast forward 4 years, I have over 140k followers on social media. I spoke at events, I was featured in newspapers and magazines, interviewed by this or that. I sell art for 5 digits, soon entering 6 digits. I support several charities, and the main thing is that I keep on reminding myself to stay humble, to remain humble, and I keep on reminding myself what is the reason that I took this journey, which is not to hoard money or accolades, but to be of true service. I paint what I feel is true and authentic to me in the moment, which is mostly visions of nature. I love nature, or universal consciousness. Yeah, it's one of my latest pieces, but I also venture in the political and technological arena, namely blockchain, which I think will play an important role, although I do not think it's the solution to all our problems. But it might play a role in dethroning the central banking system, especially if Bruce Lee is on our side. So I do love Bitcoin, but I'm not slave to it. Open mind, always. Which brings me to my mission. What the hell is my mission? Can I just keep on selling expensive art, driving a nice car, and sleeping with girls? I don't think so. I am actually on sexual sabbatical, but don't tell anyone. I'm trying to put all my energy in my work, and it's hard, but I love challenges. Through my inner breakthroughs, I reached an understanding that you can't really be of true service unless you've done some serious inner work. I think there's lots of people out there who try to fix this world, and they end up spreading more fire because they're acting out their anger, resentment, and blame. I know it as a fact that it's easier to climb the Everest, go on a military mission, or start a riot than to face your inner fears with acceptance and vulnerability and dive straight in it. And that's what I'm trying to do. And it's hard. It's hard to be shedding the countless layers of conditioning that we receive by this society and letting it all go and diving into the great boundless unknown underneath. It's hard to see the Jan, the tough Jan, the successful Jan, the cute Jan, the asshole Jan. It's hard to let it all go and just go beyond that. But I became softer with this work. I became more loving, more forgiving, more generous. I try to go within in every situation that triggers me, which is every day. In that tough moment when I'm triggered to react with anger or blame or just run away or any other things that we've been conditioned to do, I go inside of myself and I feel it fully. And I feel like slowly, this has been getting me ready for my true mission, which is to touch as many people as I possibly can and help them transcend their own suffering, so they're not slaves of their ego, which in the outside world manifests as being slaves to the system, because obviously this matrix, this whole world that we are stuck in, is a faithful reflection. It's a faithful mirror of our minds and of our lack of understanding of our true purpose and our true potential. I feel like we share similar values. I dig your stuff, Simon. You're one of the few people I read daily. I think that you get it. You're focused on re-educating people rather than fighting fires which were lighted by ignorance. And I'm infinitely grateful for the work that you do. And I'm your humble student, and I'm a big fan. I think that this planet needs more conscious entrepreneurs because they have the greatest impact. It's not gonna be the meditating yogis who resolve the planetary problems, although God bless them and I do love them and she knows, it's not gonna be the 90% of population which is stuck in the survival mindset. Definitely not. And it's not gonna be people like Jamie Dimon or the corporate monsters. We know that their mission is not really mindful help. This planet needs successful entrepreneurs who have done the work and faced their inner demons. Entrepreneurs who have great impact in the social media, networking, and who are good at what they do and who do not have their profit as primary intention. These people will make the greatest difference. And I'm headed there, and I will use all the leverage to that one single purpose, which is to elevate human consciousness. So we finally stop fucking up this beauty, our planet Earth, because I love her, and we all should love her. I am a good fit for your academy because you need a touch of art and a bunch of entrepreneurs and nerds. Nah, kidding. I am a good fit because I'm a good student. I have open heart, open mind. I'm a giver, a grinder, and an achiever, and I do give a shit. I am looking to connect and learn from successful people, inspiring people, so that the impact of our work is exponential. But most of all, I'm a good fit because what you say and your work resonates with me, and my intuition has led me this far. I'll leave you with that, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for your time. Come on, Jamie, don't be an asshole. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Keep on doing what you're doing. I hope to meet you guys in person, and if not, may Mama Universe bless you. Love you. Peace.
Force. Oui, la force.